welcome to another menu planning grocery haul. This is the second attempt. First attempt, I was in the kitchen with a whole lot prettier backdrop, but I feel like dragging this tripod back in there again because I was already sitting at my, I was sitting here, this is what I noticed, I was sitting here editing because I wanted to go ahead and get this part in the video. I'm like, something's off. I skipped 2 whole days. I went from Sunday straight over to meal prep, skipped Monday and Tuesday. So I'm like, well, let's do this again. So take 2, my menu plan. Now, the points that I'm going to give you are my points on Simply Filling. Yours will obviously be different, especially now if you're doing Weight Watchers personal points. Yours will definitely be different. And then if you're counting calories or carbs, you don't really care about the points. So these are just for me and anybody else out there that might be doing Simply Filling. And I know there's some of you. So anyway, tonight, this is a recipe that I forgot I even made. I don't know how it fell off my radar. It's Pork Chops Diane. When I was watching Dish With These meal planning videos, she was with Joan's Pointed Plate. She said that she makes it a lot. I'm like, oh, I forgot about that recipe. So tonight we're having Pork Chops Diane for 0 points. Stewed potatoes and speckled butter beans for 0 points. Thursday, Mississippi chicken for 0. Polenta, this is from Trader Joe's, the little log of polenta, you just slice it and fry it. 0 points for me, but in case you didn't know, polenta is just like the fancy word for cornmeal mush. Cornmeal mush is a southern staple for breakfast. You just cook down cornmeal the same way you cook down grits. Sometimes you put it in a loaf pan, refrigerate it overnight, and then the next morning you have it sliced and fried for breakfast or for, supper, however you want to eat it. But I just thought in case you were curious what polenta is, it's just cooked down cornmeal. And then Friday I'm having my spaghetti. It's 0 points because my whole wheat noodles, my 93% ground beef, and my 0 point marinara. So I'm real excited about that. Now for Saturday, I put that our eat out day instead of Sunday because I'm always more tired on Saturday, excuse me, than I am on Sunday. I guess because I'm up early meal prepping. And a lot of times that wears me out and gets me started for the day tired. We're not going to eat out anything fattening rich or, fast food, nothing like that, because we did plenty of that on vacation. You'd think, why'd you eat out so much on vacation and then you eat out again? Well, because I do like to take 1 day off of cooking. What I'm feeling like having is a Zaxby salad. They have really good salads. I get the Cobb salad, which is nothing more than like lettuce, tomato, egg. I can't remember if it's got onions or cucumbers. I can't remember. Now here's, and grilled chicken. Now here's the thing. It comes with this much cheese and this much French fried onions. And the recipe, the tracker gives it like 20-some points. You can forget it. I'm not giving it 20-some points. I will point those little 2 ingredients out myself. And a piece of grilled chicken, even if they grill it on a flat top with a little bit of oil in it, there ain't enough in there to worry about, especially since I get 2 teaspoons a day, which y'all know I don't count sauteing oil anyway. Avocado oil or olive oil? No, that stuff's good for you. I don't count it when you saute with it. Listen, I do make exceptions in my journey, and I think everybody should, because these programs are not one size fits all. You got to make them fit your lifestyle. So that's one thing. That's one of my holdouts. I have a few. I don't know. Maybe you think that solves my weight loss. Maybe you don't. I don't know. But still, it's the lifestyle I choose to lead, which we're not getting off onto that. But that's what I'm thinking I want to have to eat out. And then David keeps cupcakes. Well, I make him cupcakes or muffins, whichever way you want to call them, in the freezer because he likes to pull them out and put berries on them. He'll either do fresh strawberries. He puts the stuff he puts in his tea, not sugar, like the Splenda stuff. Or he cooks some frozen berries on the stove and then pours that over them. Well, he's already had all his pineapple muffins, and those are his favorite. So I've got to make him some more of those. But I think he finished up the chocolate, And now he's working on the vanilla that we made when we were low carb. When he gets those out of the freezer, I think that's when I'll make his new batch of pineapple muffins, which is just a variation of the pineapple cake I used to make him. So, for dessert, what I'm going to make is dish with these pineapple upside down cupcakes. I got cupcakes on the brain. Donuts. That way he can get his pineapple fix until I can get around to making his cupcakes. And those are 1 point each. Sunday, we're going to have hot dogs, open face, not on a bun or anything. These are Nathan's hot dogs that we bought at BJ's. I don't, might have been when we were doing low carb. I don't remember. It probably was. But I separated them out and put them in the freezer. We have them, so we're going to eat them. And I think, I didn't look it up, but I think my memory serves me correct that they're 6 points apiece. So I'm only going to have one. I'm only going to have one. I'm not spending 12 points on a hot dog if it ain't a good old Whataburger hot dog. Ain't doing it. And then some chili that I have in the freezer, which is left over, which it is 0 points because of the ground beef I use, and ketchup. Ketchup for me is a 0 point food. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that ketchup a 0 point food? I don't drink it with a straw, but it's nice to know, even though I didn't count it when I was counting points when you're supposed to count it. If I dip my french fries in it or put it on a hot dog or something, I didn't count it. No, I didn't. It's nice to know I can legally not count it. Okay, I was fixing to go straight to the meal prep again. Let me go over Monday. Monday is a new recipe I found for cheeseburger pasta. I think I found it in a Taste of Home. Nope. Where did I find it? I Taste of Home book. I Taste of Home cookbook. Yeah. And it's 2 points. And then some baked beans we have in the cabinet. And they're not Simply Filling. I looked them up. A half a cup is 5 points. So I'll just take the hit for that because they need to be eaten. We have them, and so we're going to eat them. Tuesday, chicken broccoli Alfredo. I will use my whole wheat linguine that I found at Walmart's. And then the chicken and the broccoli is 0. So the only points that I'll have is the Alfredo sauce. And I'm giving it 4 points for a half a cup because I want enough to go on my chicken and my broccoli and my noodles. Quarter cup is 2 points, but I'm going to get enough to taste. So that's 4 points. And corn on the cob for 0. Now for prep. Breakfast is a new recipe for hash brown casserole from a Gooseberry Patch cookbook, and it is 2 points. Lunch, I didn't plan on having hot dogs for a supper, and lunch, it just worked out that way. Sometimes my brain just doesn't function. I've already got it figured out, so I left it. But I have some kraut in the cabinet that needs to be used. I'm having kraut and weenies. But I am buying the Hebrew National 97% fat-free. Long as they're in stock. Knock on wood. Walmart's doesn't have them. Food Line doesn't have them. But I found them at Harris Teeter. So that's where groceries are coming from. 1 is 1 point. 1.5 is still 1 point. And I think they have knocked them down to a 6-pack. That will give me 1.5 a day for 4 days, still for 1 point, and the kraut will be 0 points. And then peas and carrots for 0 points. And then snack, this come out of one of the Hungry Girl cookbooks that my friend gave me, blender zucchini muffins, bread. That'll be 0 because it is made with oatmeal. And I don't know if there's a rule about if you grind oatmeal, you have to count it. You can forget that. If I make the bread with the oatmeal whole, or if I grind it in a blender and make the bread, it's still bread with the same amount of oatmeal. And y'all can forget it. Listen, y'all got to make this journey your own. There's things that you might not want to count, and you got to make it your lifestyle. This program, whatever program you're doing, you got to make it yours. You got to make it personal. You got to make it something you can live with. And that's just some of the things that I do. And I don't think, they're not big things. They're not like, oh, I'm not counting little Debbie cakes. It's not stuff like that. It's just little things like, I didn't count ketchup when I dipped my french fries. Well, we didn't have french fries once a month. I put ketchup on a hot dog maybe once a month. On a hamburger once a month. So, little things like that. I don't choose to measure ketchup. Just like my coffee creamer. Ooh, we're going to talk about that. We'll talk about that when we do it on the grocery haul. How about that? Um, I've changed some. I've changed a little something on that. But anyway, that's I'm not getting preachy about making it your lifestyle, but still, you have to. You have to do little things that work for you. And these few little things that I do work for me. Now, groceries are going to be Harris Teeter because, like I said, that's where I can find the hot dogs. I didn't feel like doing two different ones. I just went ahead and let them do everything. Plus, that's the one place I can get fat-free sour cream, and I was out of that. So I just went ahead and let Harris Teeter do it all. Now, there may or may not be a Super G Hall. That's the international market over in Charlotte. Because where I go to the doctor, 45 minutes away on the other side of Charlotte, is 13 minutes away from the international market. And I'm like, well, while I'm way over there, I might as well make it worth my time and swing by there on the way home. I know I need some, they call them cow peas. I just call them field peas. This is little teeny little peas. We really like them. So I know I need some more of those, and that's the only store I can find them. I'm not sure if there's anything else to get because Simply Filling is a whole foods based program. The dairy is fat free. So that's, some people might say, well, that's not a good whole food, but that's what's on the program. So that's what you can have, and that's what I eat. But everything else, fruits, meats, vegetables, grains. So I don't know that there's going to be much I can buy because the cool food, the cool international food is all pointed food. So I'll have to just see if there's anything that sounds good enough that I want to spend my points on. But anyway, it's fun to walk around and look anyway. Whether I get a lot of stuff or not, it's fun to look at stuff. So that may or may not happen too. So anyway, let's just turn around and get started. And I know for a fact you'll see some Harris Teeter. So our first groceries are from Harris Teeter. And we have eggs and skim milk. And for some reason on their app, they didn't have the almond breeze I like in the jug. But they did have their brand on sale. So it takes up a little more room in the fridge. But I thought I'd give it a try. This is what I was telling you about. I had a story about my coffee. Can you read what that says? Fat-free half and half. I had some in there for a recipe, and I thought, let me give it a try. While I don't really like it, because it really has a different mouthfeel from the regular half and half, I can learn to like it. And it is 0 points on Simply Filling. So even though I don't count coffee, I haven't looked at it, but I'm sure there's a lot less calories in it. So I am switching from regular half and half to fat-free half and half in my coffee. And then also fat-free sour cream is Simply Filling. David only needed 2 yogurts this week. He is really liking this. Let me turn around. The Oikos 000. He said he really likes that. So I got a blueberry and a peach. And then he's trying to stay away from pork, which is so ironic. And you'll see in just a second. So he's going to have turkey bacon this week. I should have looked up the points. Of course, I don't know if it's different for everybody. I don't eat it, so that's why I'm not pointing it. And they did have the Hebrew Nationals, and they were on sale. So I got 2. I'll throw 1 in the freezer. And then, since I was going to Harris Teeter, he wanted some of that good old roast beef he likes, the Boar's Head, the Private Selection, the Harris Teeter brand. And I actually got me some turkey. Yes, the mesquite. They had different flavors, but I just went with the mesquite because I knew I liked that the last time. And then this is for supper. That's what I say. How ironic. He needs to stay away from pork, and we're having pork chops tonight. It was planned before we discussed it. But that's the only pork he'll have this week, so I think he'll be okay. And then the au jus. That's for the Mississippi chicken. I went ahead and got one to have on hand, so the next time I want to eat Mississippi anything, I'll have it. I have been to the situation where they were out of this, so it's good to have on hand when they have it. Now the cereal, I have 2 Raisin Bran, a Special K Red Berry, and a Special K Blueberry. That's because they were on sale, and it's the small box. I usually get him the family size, but they were on sale for a good price, and I would just soon, like I told him, pay for them now instead of paying more later. So that's why I got those. Those are the cereals he eats. And then one of my cans fell back there, but I got some beef broth and chicken broth in the can because I was out. And then also the chicken, which they substituted. They didn't have the Harris Teeter brand, so they substituted Swanson for the same price, and the beef. And the pepperoncinis, that is for the Mississippi chicken. And I needed more black beans. And the pineapple slices, that's for the pineapple donut, upside down donuts I'm going to make this weekend. And then Ken's was buy one, get one free. And this is his favorite salad dressing, so I went ahead and stocked up on 2 of those. And this is because it popped up while I was looking for something else, and it reminded me how bad I've been wanting a fish stick sandwich, and it was on sale. So, no, fish sticks are not Simply Filling. They are pointed, and just so be it, because I love a good fish stick sandwich. I ate a lot of those in college, and it's just a comfort food, I guess. So, I told David, I said, we sure are not bougie getting us some fish sticks. And then corn on the cob. The shredded hash browns are for my quiche, for my breakfast prep. And then produce, I actually got a little bit of produce. I got some green onions. And I can't at this very moment tell you what they go in, but they go in something. A couple zucchini. The recipe calls for 10 ounces. And I wasn't sure how much the zucchini weighed, so I just ordered 2 of them. And a couple cucumbers. And, oh, that's those little tomatoes. Okay. Well, they were on sale, and I thought they sounded good. So that's a perfect single serve size. That might work out really well. And then whenever I made something last week, I had what did I make that had a pepper in it? Anyway, I had part of a green one left, and I was sitting over here munching on it while I was cooking, and I realized how good I like them. So I got a red and an orange because they're a little bit sweeter to slice up and eat, and some bananas, and my white wheat, which is Simply Filling, and his Nature's Own whole wheat. Now, when I get this put up, I will show you what I ended up getting at the Super G. Alright, so here is our Super G. I got some cornmeal, because that's Simply Filling. This is the one thing that I have to get when I'm there, the cow peas. So I told you this is little teeny peas. I just call them field peas, because it's the only store we can find them in. And then the bulgur is for the bulgur. I said bulgur. Bulgur pilaf. This was a new find. Pressed barley. It looks like oatmeal. And so I read on the back, you cook it like oatmeal. So I'm real excited to try that. I had never seen such a thing. I had never seen dried green peas either. So I like green peas. That's why I got me a couple bags. And then this is millet for the millet breakfast cereal that is really, really good. These recipes, I will be linking anything in my menu plan, anything I'm talking about now, I will link in my description box. And then, I'm not taking them out of the bag, but I got some regular American sweet potatoes and then Korean sweet potatoes. You can see the difference. I think the inside of this is maybe a little bit yellow. And then I got a couple banana peppers to go with my peppers that I got from Harris Teeter. I thought that'd make a good, because I love when you grow these in the garden. I love to eat them straight out of the garden. And I picked up 4 navel oranges because, see, I like that size. It's not too big. So I just got 4 of those. And I got some turnips. That's just for me because David's not really a fan. And then I always get these little mushrooms, the white ones and the brown ones. And the prices have really gone up tremendously. But I always get those every time I go. This, I noticed because it said non-fat, and I can have fat-free cheese on Simply Filling. And I've already got it out and put it on my Grace's Oat Bread, which you will see on the what I eat But since it's open, I'm going to show you. I didn't know what farmer's cheese was, so I had to look it up on the internet. They just call it pressed cottage cheese. And I knew when I opened it up and tasted it, that's what it tasted like, cottage cheese. So you can see the texture. I think if you couldn't find fat-free ricotta or fat-free cottage cheese, if you were trying to go that route, I think this would make a good substitution in recipes for that, like lasagna. And then they actually had the Joseph's, the pita bread, and the lavash. Those are Simply Filling. And then I picked up some non-food. I have one of these, but sometimes it's dirty. This is what I chop my hamburger with. I usually use it more than I do that little meat chopper, you know, the Pepper Chef. And sometimes it's dirty and I need another one. So I picked up that. And I like the way this spatula, I like see the angle? Easy for scooping and then flipping. I like that. I'll just have to be careful in my non-stick, but I like the shape of that. And then we have 2 onion bowls just like this. You've seen them when I cook. You've seen my onion bowls. One's for our white onions and one's for our red. And one of them broke the other day. So when I saw this, it's almost the perfect size because we stack them on top of each other in the fridge. I went ahead and grabbed it because I wasn't sure if I'd find one that same shape anywhere else or not. It was a little expensive, $7.99, but oh well. And then I picked up this little, colander thing, like for berries, for these mushrooms, like when you cut, the bottom's in dirt and they're rooted, and can you see through there? If you cut them off, then I can just put them in this and shake them up under the water to get the rest of the dirt off. That was cheap enough, $1.99. So they always have cool stuff like this there. My favorite big vegetable drainer I got from there a long time ago. So that is what I got at the Super G, and that wraps it up for me. I hope you're having a good hunt day, and I will see you tomorrow for weigh-in. Stay tuned because it can go either way. So I'll see you then.